She called in February, her tone sugar-coated but heavy with command. Can you plan my birthday again? Same as last year. Venue, food, music. You're the only one I trust. I froze, staring at my phone. Not a word about mine, which had slipped by 2 weeks earlier without so much as a text. 26 birthdays erased, brushed aside, always met with, "We'll celebrate later." Later never came. But hers. Hers was sacred. Champagne, ballrooms, a royal procession every year. And I was always the planner, the wallet, the invisible stagehand in the shadows. This time, she would get exactly what she'd given me for 26 years. Nothing. It hadn't always been like this. As kids, I adored her. She was my shield at school, my comfort when Mom was cold, when Dad disappeared into silence. Back then, she held my hand through storms. But as we grew older, the pattern cemented. Her birthday was untouchable, mine disposable. At 12, I sat by the door waiting for someone, anyone, to say happy birthday. No one did. The only cake in the kitchen was hers, already prepared for her big day. At 18, I bought myself a slice of pie at a diner while they decorated for her party. At 21, I drank alone while she danced in a ballroom I had rented and paid for. By 26, the message was carved into stone. She was the sun and I was the shadow. So I didn't argue. I didn't cry. Planned. She wanted the same hotel ballroom. The menus, the flowers, the DJ, the invites for 150 guests. All confirmed under her name. I smiled sweetly in every email, every call. But behind every "of course I'll handle it" was a blade. 'Cause not one contract was signed. Not one deposit was paid. Every detail was smoke and mirrors. The night came. Guests arrived in gowns and tuxedos, chatter echoing across marble floors. They followed signs to the ballroom, buzzing about champagne and music. But when the double doors opened, silence. No tables. No flowers. No food. Just a cavernous, empty room. The DJ never showed. The caterer never arrived. The bar was bone dry. 150 guests stood bewildered, then restless, then cruel. Whispers turned to laughter, glances to ridicule. And there she stood, pale and trembling in the center of the void. Her perfect image cracking. Where was I? On a beach an hour away, barefoot in the sand, cocktail in hand, watching the tide erase footprints like the years they'd erased me. My phone buzzed non-stop, her calls, her texts, her fury spilling into voicemail. "You ruined everything. They're laughing at me." I let each message play, her voice splintering into sobs. And in that moment I learned something. Revenge doesn't need fireworks. Doesn't need screams. It just needs silence, patience, and the weight of truth. And the truth was this. She had forgotten me every single year. Now, for the first time, she would know what it felt like. To wait for joy that never came, to stand in an empty room, invisible, unwanted. 2 days later she cornered me. "You did this. Admit it." I met her eyes, calm as stone. "Did what?" "I booked everything, just like you asked." Technically true. But intention cuts deeper than lies. She saw it then. The years of silence, the birthdays I swallowed alone, the pain she'd never noticed. Recognition broke across her face like glass. My parents begged me to apologize. "Family is family," they pleaded. But family remembers. Family cares. Family doesn't crown one child in candles while leaving the other in darkness. So I didn't apologize. I walked away. From their house, their table, their years of indifference. Now every birthday I book my own escape. Cabin. City. A stretch of coastline. I raise a glass to myself, quietly, without expectation. And her. She still throws parties, but smaller now. Fewer guests. People remember the night of silence, the empty ballroom, the whispers. They remember the sibling who vanished while she stood humiliated under the chandeliers. Do I regret it? No. I only regret the 26 years I waited for them to see me. But that night, that perfect silence, that was my gift to myself. Because for once, I wasn't the forgotten one. They were.